Hello everybody, I'm John Zidar. This is November 4th. It is Thursday. You're watching On Top and Hot. This is brought to you by Pennybois. Everybody knows them for their PB alerts. Who doesn't like a good alert? But you really need to check out the university. Pennybois University will teach you how to do this on your own. Not just text, folks. We're showing you. All right. I'm going to show you how I do DD. That's what I do here every day, and I look at the OTC and penny stocks. Today we're going to go straight to the charts, and we're going to look at those that are actually on the top and were hot. The highest percentage runners will look for those that have good chart layouts and good volume. We're also going to go take a look at the three we looked at yesterday that I said should be good for morning bounces up till 10 a.m. And I think we hit 3 out of 3. So let's go see what that was all about and what we can find. All right, so what do you think of the new layout here? Kind of different, huh? Yeah, we're going to try this, see if it makes moving from one page to the next more fluid so we can get information easier, less transitions. What you see on one side is my trading platform. I use TOS, that's Think or Swim. I got it for free. You can get it for free. Just sign up with them for a trading account. That's free too. You don't actually have to trade with them, but you got to keep the account open and then you can use this. The other side of the screen is OTCmarkets.com. This is a legitimate site for information. The SEC and FINRA house all their information here for investors. So they're not trying to sell you anything. They're not counting your clicks. It's for the investor to get qualified information that's current. So we're going to be jumping back and forth here. I'll be jumping. You'll just have to move your eyes back and forth. Now, the first thing I want to do is look at those three tickers that we looked at yesterday. We said these had the potential, they had the technical setups on the chart to run the next day. Let me see if we got one of them up here right now. TGGI, that was one of them. We looked at this yesterday and we said that the way it laid out with all the volume, the price running up, even though it took a dip on a high bubble here. So we expected a dip. We thought there was enough potential to jump in the morning, which it did. Boom. And you can see the high here hit at just under 10 to 10. What'd I tell you? By 10 o'clock, the latest, these start to dip or at least stall out. So this one definitely made a gain. Now, when did that come in at? Looks like she started at about 17 and went to 24 with the 0 in front. So you've got yourself basically about 25% gains on TGGI. She did take a dip, but I expect her to continue running on the strong incentive of the reverse merger with a $6 billion Chinese wine company. Just food for thought. The other one we looked at was CGRA. CGRA also looked, because there was so much people looking at it yesterday, there were so many trades and the relative volume was up. There was so much more volume yesterday than normal. We thought there was probably something left over here for the next morning. And pow, if it didn't take off as well. This took a dip. Very first thing in the morning, fell hard. And if you were watching it, which I always do, the first minute, you just don't want to jump into it. You don't know which direction it's going. So the first minute, you see where it's going. And it took a huge dip. You could have got in down here close enough, somewhere at the 022, 0234 range. And it went up to 31. So again, you've got yourself close to a 25% gain, just grabbing the center. And this one barreled down after that. So you can see again, prior to 10 o'clock is the best time to take them. As soon as you see it start to dip on the other side, get out. Just take the money and run. You made your 10, 20, 30% in the morning. Now you can trade with a smile on your face the rest of the day. The last one we looked at was HYSR. All right, another one. We're going to have to slide this back a little bit. She had a lot of action today. We saw this yesterday, way down here. Yes, we did. We saw this down here, and it looked strong. You could see it was running up, had a lot of strength. And we said, well, this should run tomorrow morning. Boy, did we call that one right. Okay, so this opened up down here. At about 77, put the 0 in front, and it went to 91. Again, you've got about 20-25% gains, which is what we're looking for in the morning, that 20% pop before 10 a.m. And this high hit at 708. 708. So you could have caught, and I say don't worry about it going on, folks. Really. These things would drop so suddenly. Look at this. Look at this. So here, let's zoom in on that. Okay, right there is 1005. Right there. Now, it's growing. You don't see any pullback, so you say, oh, I'm hanging around. But the wizard, John, he says you should get out by 10:05 because it'll fall suddenly. And you said, oh, just a few more minutes. And it looks great. And then without warning, it doesn't just dip, it falls. And you lost a heck of a lot. Trust me, 10:05, the bell rings. And there is change across the entire market. So just learn to get out at 10:05 and take those profits. So we had 3 out of 3 last night. Not luck. We did look for the setups, and the setups had potential. So they had an 8 out of 10% chance of running. 8 out of 10%. You know what I mean, 8 out of 10. All right, back to our scan over here. What I plan on doing is a scan of 001 to $5. $5 is where penny stocks stop at, from 0001 all the way to $5. So some of these stocks will be on the NASDAQ, and they're still considered penny stocks even if they're on the NASDAQ, which is surprising to a lot of people. Most think all penny stocks are on the OTC, and the truth of the matter is not all the stocks on the OTC are penny stocks. There are many stocks that are hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. There's even stocks over $30,000 a share on the OTC. So penny stocks are everywhere, and so are expensive stocks. So what I'm going to do here is I've got these tabs set up to quickly change over here, but I'm not going to go through them all. I have this set up with the highest percentage gains over here. So I am looking at the big gainers, and I'm looking over here at volume as my secondary priority. And then I'll click in over here, and we'll see a chart. And if the chart looks good and it looks like it had a good gain, we'll go check out some information and see what we can find out. Now this does look good. It had 2 million shares sold today, 47% gains, and it finished the day at 006, which is actually a pretty good price to get in. The 00s. It looks like it has some nice jumps here today. All right, let's go see what DVLP, and what are they called? Golden Development. Let's go see what we can learn about them. Golden Development Solutions, they did do 47% gains today. They are pink current, verified profile. Not sure if that's squeezed onto the screen or not. And they have a transfer agent, so they are all in good shape. Let's see what their volume was today. Relatively speaking, they did less today than they did yesterday. But they had strong gains today. That's interesting. And what is their share structure on this one? 172 million. We got any news that maybe made her catapult today? No, that's old news, and there's nothing down here. Any filings? Rushing through here. No, I don't see any filings. No, not a thing. So now we are going to go take this over to Twitter. See what we can find over here. Okay, DVLP. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on here. Nobody's talking about it. DVLP has news coming. Well, okay. So we're going to go up 48% because there's supposed to be news. Literally, I don't see anything here. Golden Developing Solutions, Inc. End of day report for November. That was on November 1st. That's a couple of days ago. Let's see if there's anything over on latest. Latest will give us them to us in the order that they were put up. But for some reason, there is absolutely nothing going on here. Well, that's quite interesting. October 25th. Jeez, October 25th. Is there anything at the top? OTC up and up. Has news coming. That seems to be it, folks. We've been told that it has news coming. So we got a 48% runner here because we got news coming. Now, does this look like it's going to run for tomorrow? Well, let's see. No, not really. Oh, heck, we got to get this on the right color. Yeah, set these up. This is great. You got to love these charts. All right, there was a bounce here. That's a 1 minute bounce from 5.7 up to 7. Wow, that's a 20% bounce on 177 million float. Quite interesting. It seemed to drop pretty quick. And let's see, are we all the way over? We are. That's as far over as we can go. So she is definitely not set up for a run in the morning. However, she does have some strong technicals here. MACD is on a strong climb. RSI is just touching 60. Now that's on the 1 minute. Let's back out to the 5 minute. Still the same thing. So you may want to keep your eye on DVLP for tomorrow morning. She had a lot of punch today. Matter of fact, let's take a look back and see. Now she has been on a downtrend. I'm going to go back to 4. I know it's all squeezed in there hard. All right, you can see she had a huge high here in the middle of the last 6 months and has fallen. So if she has a bounce, she has big bounces, but she does look to be on a downtrend, not on any recovery. All right, let's see what else we can find down here. Here's 205 million for HPIL. HPIL I am familiar with, so we don't have to do a whole lot of jumping around here. You can see that the chart had some action today, 39% gains. She finished the day at 0039, and she's been as high as a penny just a couple months ago. This company has got, they got a couple things going. They did have NFTs, but they sold that. They got out of the NFTs, which was surprising. But they also have gaming online, and I don't mean sports gambling or anything like that. I mean arcade. They have gaming online where you can win money in contests and competitions, and they've just launched that. And then they have, believe it or not, a Apogee D7 car and an Apogee motorcycle. Both are electric, and they claim they never, ever need to be recharged. That's right, they've got some sort of gel battery that, as you're using the vehicle, charges itself. So you never have to worry day or night of running out of power. What has that got to be worth? And that's what is so exciting about this company. Now, this company has just been, how can I put this? The CEO took over the company about 6-7 months ago, and it was trashed for 5 years. So he had to fix everything up and start his business, and it's taken a while to get things taken care of. HPIL. And the biggest slowdown for him is that he is not current yet. Stephen Brown is the CEO. He's been trying very hard. They've got all the filings in, but we have not gone pink yet. And that is a big problem because we've been waiting months and months for it. And I am sure that once current comes up, so many people have been watching this that it is going to fly. And today it bounced. And I got to say, I did look around for information today, and I didn't find anything, but maybe something happened later in the day. So we'll check together. HPIL Holdings did almost 40% today. Funny, she is at 0039, and she did 39 in percentage gains. Verified profile, transfer agent, and they call her a shell risk. I'm sure she's not got anything on the books. No, she hasn't got any of the companies actually making money yet. The car is still in development, the motorcycle's still in development, and the games online is just been launched. So we're not going to see anything there, but we have it on good word that things are in the making. All right, what else have we got over here? What is their security? Now, this was supposed to come down. I'm almost sure this was supposed to be 12 million, 60 billion. I see they got 12 billion here, so maybe the switch is coming. We've been waiting for that. Don't trust that float. No. It is not 6 million. I guarantee it. I'm sure it's probably 14 billion right now. There's a lot of shares in the float. I can't lie about that. But again, you put a first come, first served electric car that never needs to be charged out there, first mover advantage. What would happen to Tesla? I mean, honestly, and this car is supposed to be not just have a self-charging battery, but a whole bunch of other green stuff, like maybe hemp panels. And I don't know. They just said there were many other companies that they had teamed up with to make this car. So I'm pretty excited about it. Can you tell? All right, is there any news today? I can't believe there would be. No, we haven't had news in over a month. And is there anything online? No, there's been nothing. Just like I said, they sold the NFT procurement to Stargaze Entertainment. I can't imagine there's any more filings that they need, right? The attorney letter was the last one they put in on the 25th. We are waiting for FINRA. We are waiting for somebody to, and it says here, correcting shell status. So obviously that's being fixed too. So there are definitely things happening, but I don't see anything happening to actually cause it to move except the excitement that she's got to be going current soon. All right, let's just go over here to Twitter just to see if I missed something. There may have been something somewhere, an inside buy or something like that. We're going to go over here to top, to the most popular posts. A bet is due tomorrow. What's this? HPIL. Let's make this interesting. Let's run some bets. No, we're not betting. We're investing. We're not betting. Wrong game. What's this? OTC update. Just spoke with them, and the only thing left is a review of the last attorney letter, and that is happening now. This is from HPL Holdings, so this is from their own Twitter account. This was 6 hours ago. There you go. That's why it bumped late in the day, folks. See, I like Twitter. It's like the National Enquirer. Some of it's bull and some of it's real. You got to be able to figure out which is which, though. They then confirmed all other issues were cleared, so it is expected tomorrow or Monday, according to the OTC. Whew. Folks, did he just say that they're going current? Oh, God, we've been waiting for this for so long. Okay, you heard it here. Probably not first, but you heard it here. They have an electric car called the Apogee D7 that they are making. The man that devised this self-charging battery, they've already tested it. It was so big they had to tow it in the back of the electric car, but it did charge the car that was towing it, and they never had to stop. They were shrinking it down to make it small enough. They wanted a shoebox size to fit into a car. Now, I don't know what size it is, but they say it's not a problem. Now, here's the big deal. You have probably heard it's not possible. It's not possible to charge a car as it's moving. I mean, you would think it is. I know, it seems obvious and practical, but they say it can't be done, and here we are. Somebody says it can be done, and the science is already proven, and it was invented by a literal genius who has been tagged by this group up in Canada, noticing less than 2% of the population to have IQs that high. So, there you go, HPIL with a ton of shares and a ton of potential jumping in the afternoon. Let's go take a look here. Oh, you can see I've been all over this stock. In and out of it, in and out of it. I play it a lot. Let's see if I can get rid of all those bubbles for us. I told you I like this stock. All right. Ta-da. How's that look? Better. Okay. See if I line this up properly. Good enough? Okay. All right. So this is HPIL. This is on the 6-month, 4-hour. Yeah, it's crammed up. That's what you get when you split your screen. So we'll zoom in down here. You can see that jump. That is a huge jump today, just because news came out from HPIL themselves, right from the horse's mouth, that they should be current Friday or Monday. Now, folks, it is cheap. It is down here at 002, 003. Where is it? 004. 004, and I told you this was at a penny 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, something like that, and I expect it to go further with an Apogee car that never needs charging. I think it is exciting. That's my own personal feelings. Do your own DD. There's a lot out there. Let's come in on the 5-minute. Take a look at this. Now, of course, with that sort of news, I got to expect that there's going to be a lot of attention on this stock. I told you, this had a lot of people following it, and then a lot of people just got frustrated because it wasn't going pink. And we have filed numerous times. So, we're really crossing our fingers. You can see the volume just went crazy here. At the end of the day, the MACD shot up like a true tsunami. covered the entire state of Florida. Wow! And the RSI is raging. It's on fire down here. So this doesn't just look good for tomorrow. It looks promising. I'm going to come in on that minute. Yeah, all right, it hit a high bubble and tried to pull back. It's sitting right here underneath itself from 004 to 0039. I would watch this in the morning. Now, I don't believe this stock gets a lot of action pre-market or aftermarket. Let's take a look. Very little. I see it does sometimes, and it can be a jump. It can jump. So hopefully it doesn't get any movement tomorrow, and you can get into this at this great price. This is a good price. I don't expect it to dip. I honestly don't. I wish I could tell you wait for the dip, but I get the feeling this is going to surge. Surge even on Friday. Even if it doesn't go current tomorrow, people will expect it to be going current on Monday. Absolutely. So I expect Friday to possibly be a very strong surge on HPIL. Fire in the hole. All right, let's get back to that scan. What do we got here? Looking for some more volume. We got BRBL down here, Brewbuilt Brewing. Now, I believe I'm actually invested in this. Brewbuilt, I think, merged with another company. And what I thought this company was going to do, they brew beer. You know, they're a microbrewery. And they've got their own thing going on. But then they merged with some sort of cannabis company. And I thought they might start synthesizing THC, CBDs, or other cannabinoids since they have the vats. You can grow it in yeast. You can grow it in E. coli. You can grow it in a lot of stuff. And there's no difference between the real stuff and the synthesized, except you know the synthesized is pure. So they got that going on for them, but it seems to me I remember that there was something wrong with the stock company status, something like that. All right, let's go see, since I am interested. They did 4 million shares today, 30% gains, and they're just over a penny. Brilliant, brilliant price. You buy at 1 cent, it goes to 2 cents, you've doubled your money. Remember, if you buy at 4, it has to go to 5, 6, 7, 8. Each one of those is a whole 100% movement when you buy on a 1. By the time you've gone 4 notches up the ladder to double your money, I've gotten 400% buying on the 1s. So this is an excellent price right now. So let's go see BRBL over here at OTC Markets. All right, Brewbuilt Brewing. Like I said, just over a penny. Oh, makes me drool. Love those prices. She is pink current, verified profile, and a transfer agent. I don't see anything wrong. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll discover something, though. All right, let's see what her volume was today. She did do 4 million shares. Normally does 3.3 million. So there was more activity. Is building up. The price range for the last 52 has been 0079 to $1.32. So this has been as high as $1.32 in the last 52 weeks. What sort of share structure does she have? Well, we're going to have to guesstimate. I'm going to say 112 million. Not a bad float. Nothing to get excited about, but it's a heck of a lot better than billions. And we got any financials on this company? We do. We got some money coming in. And they didn't do too bad. I mean, they had a drop from COVID. I can see that they were at about $500,000, just under $500,000, and now they've fallen. But they are making money. So what made them move today? We got any news over here? No, not since last month, and nothing online. Any sort of disclosures? No, nothing there and nothing there. Holy cow. Can't make it simple and just give us some news. You see how stocks can move without any known catalyst? So obviously, it has to come down with buzz, chatter, what people are saying elsewhere. People are hearing stuff that's not in print. The CEO needs to stop dilution. Karma will hang him. Okay, obviously they're adding shares on. BRBL is one. Have updated on it. If you check Yahoo Finance page, they have another company profile. The company name Simulatus. Is Simulatus the one that they did the merger with? See, I know they had a merger, and I bet you if we went to their file, we could figure it out. They rob you in broad daylight. Okay, so people are upset and it still went up. How's that possible? BRBL has raised 2 billion shares. All right, so they just obviously sold some more shares and everybody's upset. Yet the selling of the shares made the price go up. So think what you want, but going for the break. And they're watching the charts, and that does look good. That does look good. That's August 30th, for Pete's sake. Woo! We're way back. Way back. Let's just see if there's anything under latest. Let's go all the way to the top. Make sure BR bad. They rob you in broad daylight. Now down to what? Now down to triples, quadruple 5. Pre-split price. Really? Let's go check out this chart better. I didn't remember seeing it that bloody low. Did I click it? I did. Let's see what it looks like. 007. Let's go back for a full 4. No, I meant to go 4 hours. All right, it's never been as low as he said, for goodness sake. And we can see it was up here at 10 cents. Wow. Took a humongous drop. That is, wow, folks. 70% of everything she had, she fell right there. Unbelievable. And I'm sure if we go look at the news, maybe it was the merger. I mean, it's all backwards. I know. You'd think the merger would kick it up, and you'd think those extra shares they put on the market would have had the price come down. But as you can see, this little tiny bump down there, that is the kick. And it is a big kick. It may have looked tiny to the whole screen, but for what it normally does, that is a giant bump, and that is on an offering. That is shares being sold. So it has not broke the 50. We see it's coming. Now this is on the 4 hour. Let's come right on down to the 5-day, 5-minute. So she was fighting here, hit a low bubble. There we go. That low bubble, she came back up, not a lot, but she did not go back down after she hit that low bubble. She just went back to her business and then took off on this public offering, I guess it was. And she did well. She did very well. Now I'm going to come right in on the 1 minute. I want to see how she ended the day. Wow, okay, so she hit a high. She poked way up there and then dropped down right to here and then came back up. So she had her dip and she recovered. Now, I don't see hardly any volume, if any at all there. The RSI is just shy of 60, and the MACD is chaotic, erratic, but it is climbing. Everything looks pretty strong here, to be honest, but without a true catalyst, I would think that this would come down. I absolutely do. I think that this would fall about halfway, somewhere around there. Yeah, about a penny. So it's at like 1.2 right now. I think it'll lose that. All right, let's get back to our scan. Find another one here with some volume on it. ETST. That doesn't want to, okay. Chart doesn't look all that great. We're going to pass that one up. GCLT, 2 million shares. Nothing super. It looks like she hit a low bubble here and is bouncing off that low bubble. Just to take a look at the chart, see if she's a good setup. We're going to go all the way back. Oh, no. No, she had a low bubble way back here. She did have a solid fall. There's no doubt about that. And if she was to recover back up to her local region, you're up at 0.13 and you're down here at 0096. There's like about a 10-15% gain to get back to. Heads above water, but nothing to get excited about. CGAC. Now this company did 217 million shares today, and we've looked at this a lot. And it's kind of hard to see through all these lines, so I'm going to get rid of those lines. Obviously, I've looked at this a ways back. Clear all them drawings. Yes, please. Okay. All right, she had a bounce today, but you can't see it there. Let's come in on the 5-minute, 5-day and see what it looks like. She hit a low bubble, at least for this period. Let's go back 1 month, see what that really looks like. All right, so it's not a low for a long period of time. It hit a low here, had a serious bounce back, for goodness sake. Came down, and this is probably a low for this time period of 5 days. Soon as it hit that low, boom, took off again. It has fallen, hit a low bubble. Well, if you get these sort of bounces, you may get that sort of bounce tomorrow. And let's face it, folks, let me see. That one started down here. That one started up there. So I would expect that to be somewhere around up there if I wanted to just do that. And that's 003 up to 005 something. So that's about 60% gains if it was to go boing. But you could easily get 20% gains in a small bounce here in the morning. Let's come in on that 5 minute again. All right, so there's your full day right there. Had a huge bounce in the middle of the day. Threw some of it away, but took it all back and ended the day at that high bubble. So I would think that this may have a very strong chance of continuing tomorrow morning with a bounce. I might even watch it for a push forward. So let's go see what we can learn about this. Who is this? CGAC? CGAC. Code Green Apparel. All right, 20% gains, pink current, verified profile, and the transfer agent. It's all good here. And her relative volume, she dropped today. Look at that. She went up 20% and she lost about half of her volume. Sure did. It still went up. Very interesting. People were willing to pay more today, even though there was less people there. Let's see here. It says the float is 37 million, and they got 2.27 held at the DTC, and 2.28 is in the outstanding. Well, if this is the float, which it very well could be, there's not a whole lot of shares. Maybe 14 million shares are in the insiders. So there's not a lot of inside shares on this for sure. So that's a lot of shares. It looks like 2.2 billion shares are in the float. What are our financials? Should we be making any money? Just started. Just started. Oh, no. Geez, that's 2016, folks. So, no. It should say shell risk or risk up there. Shell something, because there's nothing there. All right, let's see if she has any catapults today. Any catalysts at all? 2017. Goodness. This stuff all looks old. I don't see anything here. Okay, they did have some reports come in. Attorney letter. Looks like 777. All right, yeah, they were behind and they just went current. Who knows how long ago, but recently. But they've not got anything else going on here. Nothing to tell us why fewer people were willing to pay more money for this stock. Maybe somebody can tell us something over here at Twitter. Okay, we're still on latest. Let's come over here to top. Karen Kerr bringing merger. Okay, well that tells me something. During that period when all these companies were being told you better file or you're going to be pulled off. And if you get pulled off, it's on the expert market. You can't buy them, you can't sell them. Now, brokers and marketers can buy them and sell them, and they normally tear the heck out of the prices and pull them down. Meanwhile, if you're invested, you're just watching the thing get shredded. And it sits over there until they file and get caught up, and then it gets put back on the market. And normally there's a big bull surge because people are excited to get their money back. But during that period, a lot of companies were discovered to have nobody at the helm, nobody steering. The management wasn't to be found, and there were dead boats floating in the water. So people like Alpha Ridge, Karen Curry, and there's another gentleman, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me as I'm talking to you. But they went to the courts and said, look, nobody's taking care of this company. I want control of it. For court fees and the cost of cleaning up whatever mess was there, they got the company. Now it's empty, it's worthless, except as a ticker for a reverse merger. And Karen Kerr has, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, maybe all these. I don't know. They went out and got a lot of tickers, and they're all available for reverse mergers. Same with Alpha Ridge. Lots of tickers available for reverse mergers. And you get the stock cheap, cheap, cheap now, and just be patient when they do a reverse merger with who knows who. High-tech company, cannabis company, an EV company, a lithium mine company, who knows. Whoever, you now own that company. And it's a great deal. It's kind of like a SPAC, but a lot cheaper. Anything else we got here? We are now moving to higher ground. See, that's going to be it. Karen Kerr just had to clean these up. Most of them were in bad shape, and there was just nothing you could do with them until all the filings were paid for and put up. What do we got here? Daily KST cross also. Last daily cross was made. So you got a lot of people watching the technicals on this. And it does have a crowd. There are lots of people who buy into these just for the reverse merger potential. Like I said, it's like buying a SPAC except cheaper. Well, let's go back to the scan and see what else we got going here. We're at 40% there. XRCT, okay. This had a huge jump. It only had 1.2 million shares, but these bounces seem to be nice. So let's see what that looks like on the chart. All right, she took a bounce here. Looks like she hit a high and pulled back off of that high. Yep, hit that high bubble right there. Boink, and came back. Is she done climbing? Why was she climbing in the first place? It was a rip. She was down here at 3 cents and went to 6 cents. So that is 100% gain from down here. Now from open, it's only about 40%, but it fell all the way down here. So that was a rip and a half. And you can see it. It shows. Now it does show that it's fallen on the RSI on the 1 minute. Let's see about the 5 minute. Still ripping and churning. And look at that. It not only came through the signal line, it created a mountain. That was an earthquake. It just blew up right there. All right, I am curious enough to go see what this one's all about. XCRT. Accelerate. Nice name, nice ticker. Just under 6 cents, went up 37%. Says that they're a shell company, not a shell risk, a shell company, which means that they're not supposed to be making any money. Don't be surprised if they're not. Now, I don't know what that means. Are they planning on doing a reverse merger? They've got independent directors. I see that. You need those if you're going to uplist. Not just to the NASDAQ, but even to the QB, the next tier up on the OTC market where you have to audit all of your records. On the pink, you don't have to audit your records. You can just tell us how much you made, and we got to take your word for it. So let's see what sort of volume she had today. Relatively speaking, she did about 4 times as much volume as normal. Her high is 17 cents over the year. What is her share structure like? 103 million. It's an okay share structure. We're not going to get excited about it. Any news to have actually moved her today? No news. Boy, we can't find anything, can we? Introduce and accelerate the turnkey solution to deploying Twilo Flex. Now that was just about a week ago, and I don't think this has anything to do with it, but I'm kind of interested what Twilo Flex is. Is it a watch that you put on or what? Waterfield Technology. Accelerate offers out-of-the-box functionality companies need when migrating to the Flex platform. Okay, so it sounds like an SaaS, a software as a service company. They got any disclosures that came out today? No. Any filings? No, not a thing. Okay, I'm going to take a quick glance over at Twitter, but I'm tired of not finding any news. Somebody has to have done something to get the price to rise. Okay, this is just a list. XRCT. See again. He is part of this team. Meet the team. Which one? This was 6 hours ago. Director Michael Oshia. So they got somebody new maybe on their team. Acquisition. That's August 26th. Accelerate to acquire HS Pharmaceuticals. To acquire. It doesn't say that they've actually acquired them yet. Oh, we can't go there. Sorry about that, folks. All right. I don't see anything, right now, nothing current. Looking confident indeed. XRT. That was July 26th, for goodness sake. All right. That chart on the 5 minute does look strong. It looks strong. I would watch this tomorrow. I'm not quite sure why she bounced today, but it doesn't look like she was done. And she did it in such a flurry of power here that there could be a lot of leftover for tomorrow. All right, back to our scan. OWUV. I talked about this one. This is a company that is looking for an acquisition merger. They've got money to spend, and they have got something going on right now. Not quite sure what it is, but I know they want to get into the metaverse or gambling with sports betting, and they're really looking at the metaverse. That was at top of their list. So right now it is at 2 cents. Let's look at that chart. She was low. See, we looked at this the other day. If I back out 10 days, we had looked at the floor. Look, we hit a low bubble here, and she virtually hit it again. My goodness. Let's come in on the 5-minute. I do want to see where that ended. All right, that was yesterday, was it? This is 29th, 3rd, 4th. All right, so this is all the 4th right there. So she hit it yesterday at close. Yes, at close, she almost hit her low again and surged off of it. Just needed to get close. Didn't even have to touch it. Just got close and took off. Now, we're going to go see. Maybe they made a decision today. Maybe they decided on metaverse. I don't know. But you can see it bounced up here. Boing, boing, boing. It kept going up there over and over again from 25 to almost 30. So you were getting yourself about 10-15% bounce every time this thing went up. And this first one here, this first one went from 22 up to 29. That's a 30% bounce right there. I'm expecting this has a low float. Okay, and the 200 SMA has just gotten enough data to come onto the scene, and everything is above it right now. MACD looks to be crossing back down, but I think it's a trickster. I think it was just for this dip right there. So let's go see. I'm curious to see what we can learn about OWUV. Since we're here already, let's just put it in. See if somebody can tell us some OWUV. Pardon my spelling. Okay, hopefully we got something here mentioned on Insider Financial. That's a website. One World Universe, a potential, see, multiverse holding company that is currently weighing multiple options. Right, that's exactly what I was telling you. Now first OTC company talking about metaverse. I just said that. What are they doing? They're mimicking me. UAMM is now the second. Oh, I'll keep that in mind because metaverse is going to be big, folks. Bigger than the internet. We didn't know what we were going to do with the internet when we got it in 1999, 2000. Who's going to do anything? What can you do? Who needs a computer in their house? What for? Look at everything we found to do with it. Metaverse isn't looking at it. It's living in it. It will be around you. And I think it's going to be the biggest thing since toast. What else we got here? Any more news? I think that's going to be pretty much it. Just the excitement. 4 hours ago from November 4th. Oh, we got news here. We got news. All right, this makes a difference. One World Universe, a publicly traded company that invests in sports-related businesses, distressed assets, business opportunities, emerging industries, has released a November shareholder update. Okay, so previously the company has announced it's weighing multiple projects ranging from crypto, sports, blockchain, NFTs, and metaverse related. Management is confident that it has sufficient capital and expertise to deliver value without having to raise authorized share structure. Yay, they're not going to sell any more shares. They got enough money to go out and do what they want to do. That's the good news. That's the news right there, folks. We are confident we do not have to raise the share structure. There you go. Oh, see, sometimes the good news is hidden in nothing. There was nothing really exciting there. Now let's go see what OWUV's share structure looks like. Since it seemed to be bouncing pretty nicely. Oh, 58 million. I'm not going to say that's the bottom of the barrel, but that's still in the barrel. It's not overflowing. So 58 million is a low float. You've got eyes on this company because, well, first off, there's speculation. NFTs are exciting. Sports gambling is exciting. Metaverse is exciting. Think of all the people who are investing from each one of those. And they're only going to pick one. So there's a lot of people speculating on which one it might be. I'm betting it's going to be Metaverse. It's wide open and it's going to be a redwood. It's going to be a redwood of all the trees in the forest. A giant. So I really like OWUV. Let's see what that chart looks like. Hold on. I want to see what her relative volume was today. All right, she did about 5 times her volume, her normal volume, and she's been just about 8 cents. Right now she is just over 2 cents, 2.5 cents. So she has a ceiling. I'm liking this the more and more I look at it. So let's see what that chart looks like again. That's the 5-minute. And overall, did we look at it for the big chart? Okay, she is bouncing off her bottoms right now. She's bouncing off her bottom, and there's speculation. There's hope. They told us they got money. They told us they're not going to put more shares on the market, so the float's going to stay small. Yay! All right. So you can see she has a habit of having some big bounces. I mean, seriously. Now, this is on the 4-hour. That's half your day. She's jumping here from 25 up to 37. Yeah, that's a 60% bounce in a 4-hour period. You're getting 30% bounces, 20% bounces. That's what you get with a low float. Speculation is going to make this move. Low float's going to make this move. And when they come out with the news press and say what it is they got, this thing is going to move. And if they say Metaverse, I think, as you read, first OTC stock, it's not actually the first OTC stock. You can go to a Smurf, they're in the Metaverse. You can go to ePlay, they're in the Metaverse. They're all OTC stocks. But this is the cheapest, the absolute cheapest OTC, the cheapest Metaverse stock on the market, if they go that route. And it is just now getting ready to go over the 200 on the 4-hour chart. So I like this. I think this looks good. Right there is the 200 just starting, and it is above it right now. Like I said, this has so much potential. I just want to get it because I believe it's going to pop. It's just going to pop. Alrighty. Whew. Some of this stuff just excites me. Can't you tell? All right. What else we got here, folks? Where are we at? We're down to 26%. Here's PRDL, Profitable Devs. Okay, this had 25 million shares and ended strong. Let's see that chart. All right, that's 5-day. She is just breaking the 200. Looks very interesting indeed. Hit a low bubble here yesterday and has been climbing ever since. Let's take a backwards look. Ooh, now this is a different chart. We're normally seeing a 6-month start up in this corner and fall all the way down. But that is a huge bottom out. Now there's got to be something going on with this. Let's come in and see how fast that fell. So this started falling on the 26th, and it's fallen hard. Had one false day of recovery and fell again. Now, I don't know if this is a false recovery. I really don't. What we need to see is what the news is on this and what brought it down. And what day did it start falling hard? The 25th. The 25th. So let's go see what PRDL happened. I'm actually going over to Twitter. PRDL. Okay, let's see what we can learn here. 1 hour, the reversal is coming. Yeah, we're all looking for that reversal. That's what gets money in our pocket. Agreed. Looks like our favorites are starting to reverse. All right, everybody's talking about that reverse. We need some information. News. Come on, folks. Watching the numbers. We need the news. Loaded the crap out of it. Well, good for you. This is perfect time. I'm not seeing anything. All right, I'm running over here. I want to see what PRDL has got over here. 1P, please. Profitable developments, 23% up. Pink current, transfer agent verified, verified profile, but they say they're a shell risk, meaning they're supposed to be making money, but they're not. And they definitely aren't. Haven't been making money at any time. Shares, or not share, their volume, less than half. Less than half of what they normally do, and it went up. Unbelievable. So what is the share structure on this? Oh, goodness, we're at 4.3 billion. So we see no catalysts. We see no news, do we? Do we see any news? 1020, anything online? No. How about disclosures? I mean, we're not seeing anything anywhere. Well, they had a quarterly report come out 4 days ago, and we're hardly seeing anything even mentioned about that over there at Twitter. So I can't tell you, folks. I don't know why she's moving, but and we were kind of curious, weren't we? What was the news on the 26th? Let's hit the right button here. On the 26th, 27th, no, that's all 2014. Goodness gracious. And see here, Alpha Ridge. Alpha Ridge Capital announces custodianship on 10/20. That's another one of the people that bought companies that had nobody taking care of them. So this is a reverse merger potential. There you go. Again, folks, there are about 30 of these companies out there that are all empty shells waiting for a company that wants to reverse merger. A lot cheaper than an IPO. Absolutely. And what's in it for them? Well, they get a piece of the pie. They can either sell it, completely all out, or they can sell it for a percentage of the company. So that's what's got this probably moving then, even though you can't see it anywhere on Twitter. All right, let's get back to that scan. You never know what you're going to find or not going to find. 11 million for WHSI. Huge jump in the morning. Finished the day off with a pop. It did. Do I think that pop is going to be enough to carry over? Well, I don't know. Don't know anything about her. WHSI. So let's just take a quick look over here and see what we can find about WHSI. Okay, anything just jump out at us immediately? Okay, they're looking at technicals. That's all. So there's no news right up at top. Now pink. Okay, wait a minute. Reg A ending 11/15. So they've been gathering money. Kathy Ireland production 12/2. I Help Max launch at 2021, early 22. Kathy Ireland airtime on Fox Business early 2022. And QB uplisting end of 2021. Well, that's something. That was put out 13 hours ago. Kathy Ireland, even though she's older, she was a supermodel in her time, and I'm sure she still looks good. I'm not sure what all of this is, but that is obviously news. Tier change to pink current. Well, there you go, folks. She went pink. And that is exciting. Also, please do not forget, Serta Dem claimed KYNC is going to $2. What the heck? That had nothing to do with it. Attorney letter is out. Back to PC. That was November 3rd. Attorney letter out. Let's go check this out. We got to get the right stock. I'm looking at the wrong stock. It's like, why is it still limited? There you go, folks. So yesterday it was limited. Today it is pink. That's why it jumped. It went current. Let's see if we can see that attorney letter yesterday. Slow as can be sometimes. All right, I'm going to leave. Okay, there. So we did get an attorney letter. They had filed for 2021. That's all. Just here recently, and they went current. Boom. That's really all it takes. You don't have to have news. Now, we can see if they had any. Could coincide. That always helps. No news and nothing down there. So what was their recent news? WHSI engages an internationally renowned R&D medical product firm, MIDI Product Development Corp., to develop and commercialize a biometric sensor to allow all company devices to globally communicate with new 4G iHelp Max. They were talking about iMax over there on the Twitter. So, newsletter featuring wearable health solutions. All right, so we see the sort of business they're in. We see that they've gone current. Are they making any money since we're here? Wow, they are making money. $1.3 million just this last quarter. So, you know, this isn't just one of those wimpy companies we keep looking at. What's their share structure? 155 million. Not bad, not bad. We're not going to brag about it, but it's not bad. And let's look at that chart one more time. Okay. Wow, it's a short day here. Oh, that's 1 hour. Let's get that to 5 minutes. So we had that big bang. I mean, it started pre-market hours. It was already jumping. Took a dive first thing at the first minute and then took off. Took another jump down, profit takers. So it's fighting back and forth. It hit a high, dipped off of that, and is over its 50% mark. I always say if you can keep more than 50% of what you went up, you're doing good. And it started to climb just at the end of that. Let me see what the 1 minute looks like here. A lot of sideways action. Doesn't look super strong. I don't see anything that makes me think it is going to bounce tomorrow. But she did have some good interest on Twitter. There was some good buzz there. And for the bounce it had, that's pretty impressive. So, you know, again, just keep your eye on this in the morning. It doesn't hurt to just put these things on your watch list. This is crossing a signal line right now. The MACD is coming up. And the RSI is trying to come up. Looks like the price is just breaking the 50. So, she has potential. She's not sitting in a position of weakness. It's just decisiveness. So watch WHSI tomorrow. All right, how far further can we get? Oops, 2016 million NEWH. Had a strong finish at the end of the day. I'll give it that. Yeah, nice poke at the end of the day. A nice run through the day, hit a high, fell a lot, really fell, and tried to recover, and is now sitting underneath the 200, which could be an advantageous position. You would watch for this to get above that 200, and once it does, there's a very strong likelihood it could run. Now remember, it is just past the 50. Here's the 50 right here. So the prices broke through, and it's working towards the 200. This does have the text to say that it wants to continue growing. Let's see what it says over here at... all right, we'll start here since this is where we're at. All right, they're pink current, transfer agent, new hydrogen. Did we look at this one the other day? There's a couple hydrogen companies that are grabbing attention right now. Hydrogen's been on a low. Everybody's been EV in love. Everybody's all about lithium and longer running batteries and charging up in cars. When hydrogen, as far as I'm concerned, is the safer bet. You don't have to have mines. It's cheaper to get. It's everywhere. It's in abundance. It's just probably going to end up being the cheapest energy source we can get. Probably where we're going to end up. So what can we learn about this company right now? Well, she did about 7 times her normal volume. 7 times. Share structure, 665, over $500 million in the float. And anything in the news? No. BuySolar provides updates on battery technology, updates on EV battery solution. So what is all this battery stuff if they're into hydrogen? That's a bit confusing. New Hydrogen provides updated overview of green. You know, I think someone else has got their news here. BuySolar, because this is their news, New Hydrogen. That is this month. So, not quite sure what all the electrical stuff is doing here. Oops, you guys boo-booed. All right, let's go see, get off of there, what her financials are, if she has any money coming in. Nothing. Not a thing on the board. Any disclosures? Not for a year. And, all right, so they do have their last 10 Q-ins, so they're all current. There's nothing that they have to do. Let's go see if there's anything else, because there's nothing here to show us why it's running. It's jumping back and forth. There's a lot of it, isn't there? All right, we'll probably make this one of the last ones we do, since there was so many of them. What in the world? and EWH sitting on 7.5 million cash, 47 million in net income for 6 months. It's pretty good. Ending June 30th, and pennies in liabilities. Sitting at 0.025 is a joke, with outstanding at 715 million and a float at 700 million. Okay, so, they are recognizing the fact that it is a worthy stock, and again, they are studying the text. They're repeating that information, keeping that in front of you, but I don't see any news. Their fundamentals, technicals, which are always good, but it is the catalyst that normally gets the stock jumping. What do we got here? 8 hours ago, read our latest opt and highlight opportunities, hydrogen. So we got nothing there. 10 hours ago, New Hydrogen provides an updated overview of green hydrogen technology. So obviously something did come out. We explore additional improvements. So obviously they had something come out. We're not going to jump into it, but others have. And that information, beast, no ceiling in sight, October 29th. All right, so they've obviously had some information come out. And did we look at those shares just to be sure? Yeah, we did, 665. So does it look like it's going to continue running? It shows a lot of potential. It is under the 200, ready to break through. It did just cross the 50, so it's in a precarious position right now. It could drop hard. It could jump hard. Right now is the watch point. All right, folks, I think I'm going to call that a night for DD. That was a lot. I don't know if you even bore with me through that. You can see how looking at the charts and a screen back and forth, you can get a lot of information really fast. And we have a lot of stocks there that if they don't have catalyst, they've got buzz. If they don't have buzz, they've got speculation. And there was quite a few in there that looked like they had potential and speculation. We know PBYA has backbone. TGGI, that definitely has got a solid speculation sitting ahead of it. And a lot of other companies there had things going for them. But it is about watching them. Some of them are set up to run. Some are just at lows. Speaking of lows, keep your eye out for any chart you see with a low bubble. You can catch a quick jump and get out. You don't have to invest in a company for weeks. Many of the stocks I get into, I'm only in for an hour or so. So, look around just like I did. DD is key. It will tell you which stocks you should be paying attention to. And when they move, you're already in a winning position because you knew about it. The more you know, the more you're going to grow. See you, folks.